What's up? Second semester, we're kicking it off today with our first lesson of second semester. And man, first semester went by so stinking fast. I hope it's the same thing for second. But we got an easy lesson. I'm going to really try and ease us in um, with just some simple math here. But we're going to build on what we learned last semester and just get the ball rolling. We're going to have a quiz this week. I'm going to do one lesson today on my Tuesday and Wednesday class, and then I'm going to do one more lesson again on my Thursday, Friday, and then you're going to have a quiz to take. So we're going to kind of hit the ground running, but it's going to be a short lesson, okay, because I want to make sure that you have enough time to get your homework done, and then on Thursday or Friday, enough time to get your quiz done as well. So let's just kick this off right now. And what we're dealing with, what I want to do is we're dealing with the concept of midpoint, okay? Midpoint is what we're dealing with. And let me kind of talk to you a little bit. Let me open this up and show you what I mean by midpoint. So mid means middle, right? And point is a point. So really it's the middle point, right? So if you were dealing with a graph here, okay, and you had a segment, let's just say something like this. There's a point here, there's a point there, and this is called a segment, a line segment. We're looking for the middle point of that line segment. The midpoint is what it's called. Okay. Now, let's say um, and then you had a brother, and there was like a sister was right in the middle, right in the middle. Okay. Let's say you're 10 years old and your brother's 15 or 20 years old, might be, and your sister is right in the middle. What's in the middle of 10 and 20? Well, that's 15. That's in the middle. Okay, but if you don't know how to figure that out, let me show you how you figure out the middle. Okay, the middle is easy. You're just going to add our numbers, and then divide by 2. That's what we're going to do. So if we did that here, watch what we do. We'd add our numbers, 10 plus 20, and we divide by 2. So what's 10 plus 20? That's 30 divided by 2 is 15. So to find our midpoint, it's real simple. We add our numbers and we divide by 2. Okay, so let's see what that looks like here. So we have two, look, we don't have a graph here. All we have are points, and they want us to find the midpoint. Okay, so watch what we're going to do. We're going to add our numbers and divide by 2. So the first thing is we look at our x's, right? Those are our x's, right? So we have 8 plus negative 4 divided by 2. Okay, and 8 plus negative 4 is really 8 minus 4, which is 4 divided by 2. And what's 4 divided by 2? It's 2. So our x point here is 2. And our y, let's look at our y's. We have to do our y's also. So let's go ahead and we'll add our y's, negative 3, right, because that's a y, plus negative 5, and we'll divide by 2. Negative 3 plus negative 5 is negative 8. Divided by 2 is negative 4. So that is our y point, and this is our answer. Okay, so even if you don't have a graph, you can figure out what the midpoint is of this segment. This really is a line segment here. It's the point 8, negative 3. It's the point negative 4, negative 5, right? And then you have a line segment, and this guy's right in the middle. Okay, so if you're taking notes and you want to just pause for a second, remember, we're going to add our x's and then to put it over 2. We're going to add our y's and we're going to put it over 2. And that's all we do. Add our x's divided by 2, add our y's divided by 2. So simple. Okay, I told you I got a short lesson today. We're not going to do all these problems. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's look at number 2 on our own. Okay, hopefully you printed out the notes and you've got it in front of you. If you didn't print out the notes, just press pause and then copy this down real quick. And then press play. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to, like I said, we're going to add our x's and divide by 2. So the first number of each point is our x's. Okay, so what do we have here? And let me just make our answer is going to be in red. Okay, so I'm going to work in purple to start. So we have our first x, which is -8, plus our other x, which is -3, divided by 2. Okay, what does that give us? That gives us -11 over 2. And you can leave it -11 over 2, or if you want to put that in your calculator and get what, -5.5, that's fine. Either way is fine. So we have -5.5 is going to be our x, or -11 over 2. I don't know which way the answers look in our homework, but it's going to be multiple choice. Okay, then we have our y's. Our y's are -7 plus -1 over 2. Well, -7 plus -1 is -8 over 2 is -4. So our y value is -4. So your answer is either going to be this, or it's going to be -11 over 2, comma, -4. I don't know how it looks on the homework. I forget if it's in decimals or if it's in fractions, but either way, at least you know how to do it. Okay, so let's take a minute, and I'm going to have you do number 3 on your own. Okay, so press pause, do number 3, and then go ahead and press play. All right, so we're ready. Let's attack our x's first. The first numbers of our points are our x's. So we have -5, and we're going to add them, plus -6, and then we're going to put it over 2. So this gives us -11 over 2, which is really -5.5 again. Okay, then we have our y's. This is our y, and this is our y. So we have -2 plus 4, and we put it over 2 because we add our y's and divide by 2. And it looks here like we get -2. No, we get +2 over 2, which is just 1. So our answer would be -5.5, comma 1. Or if it was a fraction, it could be -11 over 2, comma 1. All right, real simple. Add the x's, divide by 2, add the y's, divide by 2. Okay, so we're going to do one more problem for practice, and I think we'll be okay. I think we're going to be okay, and you'll have plenty of time to get your homework done. Okay, so let's go ahead and attack number 4 on your own. Press pause, do number 4, and then go ahead and press play, and we'll go over it. Okay? All right, let's kick this bad boy off. We have our x's. The first number of our point is the x's. We're going to add them. So we have 7 plus -4 over 2. And if you don't know how to, if you stink at adding, if you like are getting all these wrong, okay, use your calculator. And let me show you how to do your negatives. So we have 7 plus -4. You would say 7 plus, I take my 4, and then I make it negative with that sign. Right? So watch what I did. 7 plus, I have -4, so I'm going to make it 4 and then make it negative and hit equals, and then I'm going to divide it by 2. Divided by 2 is 1.5. Okay? So this guy is 1.5. Okay, then we have the same thing over here with our y's. Remember, the second numbers are our y's. So we have -6 plus -10 divided by 2. Okay, and if you stink at math again, like as far as like just adding and subtracting simple numbers, okay, watch what we do here. I'm going to show you how to do this again. Okay, we have -6 plus -10. I've got my 6, I need to make it negative. Okay, plus I have a 10 and I need to make it negative. 10, and I'm going to make it negative. Boom, is -16. Then I divide by 2. Divided by 2 equals -8. Okay, and there you go. Easy money, right? Okay, first lesson was 10 minutes long. Okay, now you've got, all you got to do is get your homework done, and we'll do a final little check-in for attendance at the end of the period. Then we're good. Okay, first lesson's in the books. We've got another easy one, okay, later on this week, and then we've got a quiz on these lessons. So it's good to see you kids, and that's it. That's a wrap.